welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Erica and I make a lot of spooky and creepy videos. And today's video is going to be about mirrors and why people are afraid of them. Before I get into that video, I do just want to apologize about the weird lighting situation. I know it's very shadowy, but I'm filming at like midnight and the lighting situation in my room is not the best, so I do apologize. I wonder if it like looks spooky, I don't know. I'm recording and it looks spooky to me, so I'm sorry. So I do just want to say that I'm not going to be talking about the mirror phobia itself, because that is definitely not the route I want to take with this video. I kind of more so want to discover and talk about like the superstitions like surrounding mirrors and why people, including me, are afraid of them. So that was just a little quick disclaimer, and now we're going to actually get into the history of these superstitions. So like I said, beyond the actual phobia, mirrors have actually been linked to religious rituals and superstitions that kind of have been like regurgitated throughout history. There's always like a new version of it, and some of these actually I've heard of and like kind of learned about when I was younger, and I just never knew why I actually like listened to them or follow them so like strictly until now. And that's just kind of crazy how like stuff like that works, like superstitions, how like quick they could be spread, and how people won't do something just because someone else said so, and the cycle just goes on. So as far as the original like superstition about mirrors is, it's kind of hard to determine that because there are just so many different beliefs as far as like why mirrors are good or bad. But the one that like seems to be the very basis in a lot of cultures is that it is a gateway to another world. And not only is it a gateway to another world, people actually believe that mirrors reflect a person's soul. So if you guys ever heard of that whole superstition that if you break a mirror, you're going to get 7 years of bad luck. Well, in a lot of ancient beliefs, specifically Roman ancient beliefs and Roman culture, the idea of your soul is that it regenerated every 7 years. That is just like the common belief. And because our souls are reflected in mirrors, they believe that if you broke a mirror, you were essentially ending your own soul, and that was going to lead to bad luck because you had no soul. So obviously you had no luck, I suppose. I guess that's the logic. I mean, I'm sure all of us have heard of that superstition that if you break a mirror, you're going to get like so and so years of bad luck. I just personally never knew that that was exactly why that was like, it was so specific to 7 years and all of that. And I just found that so interesting because even today I still somewhat believe in that. So like I am so afraid of breaking any type of mirror, specifically because I don't want to have bad luck, you know. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just kind of how superstitions work. We, you know, blindly believe in shit because it's just something that we were brought up with and we always thought was true. So yeah, some of us just like to be cautious. Another thing that many cultures actually do, particularly when a member of their family or like a loved one is like newly deceased, is whenever they're holding their ceremonies, they cover all mirrors because they firmly believe that the soul of the deceased is going to be trapped inside the mirror. And I just never thought about that, but like that is, it's just crazy how like that is an actual thing and how people actually believe that. And I personally always cover my mirrors, but I never really like considered maybe that would be a reason why personally, because I mean I have my own reasons why I'm afraid of mirrors, and I'm going to get into that near the end. Now, what is interesting about this fact is that it's specifically mandatory in some cultures depending on the person's death. So if it's like kind of a very violent death, that they were murdered, or if they died very violently, the loved ones of the deceased would really want to protect their souls and make sure that they go on to, I guess, a better place, because I guess negative souls are easier to be collected and to be trapped into these mirrors, and that is kind of why they hide the mirrors, to protect their loved ones. Now, to touch base on what I said previously about the mirror being like a gateway into another world, a lot of people don't like mirrors because they feel like one day they're going to look in the mirror and they're going to see something in the mirror while they're looking in the mirror. And people commonly believe that if that ever happens, it usually is a bad omen on the other side, like in the other world. And that, like, that's what they're seeing. They're seeing a bad omen. I mean, to put this into perspective, that's one of the reasons why I'm personally afraid of mirrors, is because I am afraid that I'm going to see something that I don't want to see on the other side. But I never really considered that to be a reason that, or like that to be like the logical reason behind my fear, was that a lot of people do believe that there's another world on the other side, and that if you do see something, it's definitely not good, it's a bad omen. And that kind of like brings up a popular game in Western culture, which is, if you guys, I know you guys know this game, it's the Bloody Mary game. We all tried it when we were little, and I don't know why, but that was like kind of in, but people say that like that is the whole point of the Bloody Mary game, is that you're literally summoning a bad omen from the other world into the mirror, and that is obviously really bad for many reasons. People think that that's a way of basically inviting the omen into you and possessing you or haunting you. But that, like, when you think about it that way, it just changes the game completely, honestly. I really thought the Bloody Mary derived from, you know, just like a ghost story, but this kind of like turns the knob a little bit, and it's just interesting. Now, like I said, there are so many like superstitions revolving around mirrors. A lot of them are more common than not, and this one, I don't know how common it is, but I knew about it personally because my family avoided this one at all costs. And that's basically keeping a newborn or a small baby away from mirrors, like not allowing them to see their own reflection, because they say that this is very bad luck, and that this will result into like the infant's death. So this is something that, like, even my family, I swear to this day, like whenever there's a new baby, they do not let the baby look in the mirror, and I just thought that it was bad luck. But apparently in a lot of cultures, people think that this leads to the child's like premature death. So throughout my research, the biggest thing that I've like kind of gathered from figuring out why people are so afraid of mirrors is that people believe that mirrors hold a like otherworldly knowledge, and that they are more than just showing your reflection. They are, you know, portals to another world. They are somewhere where souls are trapped, etc., etc. That is scary, but I just want to like touch base on some of the personal reasons why I'm personally afraid of mirrors. So yeah, let's just get right into that. Now, obviously, I feel like a lot of my fears kind of like are contributed by society and like things like horror films. If you guys ever seen the movie or remember the movie Mirrors, it was like probably an early 2000s movie. And honestly, I recently resaw it. It's not even scary, but it scared the living shit out of me as a kid. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I was just traumatized by a movie. But also, I'm terribly afraid that when I look in a mirror, my reflection is going to do some goofy shit. Like, either I'm going to turn and my reflection in the mirror is going to like stay still looking back at me. I think that is probably the biggest reason why I'm afraid of mirrors. But I know it's definitely not logical, and I know people have actually talked about this and like given like their reasons why this might be a thing. But I don't know, it's just like one of those things, you know, like I'm afraid one day I'm gonna just be brushing my hair or like putting on my makeup, and I'm gonna turn, but my reflection is gonna still look at me, and that just, it scares the bejesus out of me. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that's all that I have for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys afraid of mirrors, or is that just like a Erica thing? Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you want to support me. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and become a member of the Ghosty fam to get more videos like this. Also, hit the notification bell to become a member of the notification squad, so you can be notified whenever I upload more videos. Feel free to follow me on my social media. You should have seen it somewhere in this video. I don't know, it'll be inserted. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.